How are y'all doing, man? It is time for the mid-month messages for February 2025. Y'all had a good birthday this year? Been good? All right, so what I'm doing in the mid-month messages is I'm looking to see whether or not timelines have changed. Yes, timelines can change very easily. All you got to do is take the advice that was provided in the main monthly reading and apply that to your situation. And that could potentially change your timeline. So, y'all know what to do if you need a personal reading. The information is in the description. And don't forget, Saturday, this coming Saturday, February 15th, is going to be my very first day where I'm starting my weekly live $25 readings here on this channel. Yes, you can pre-order on my website. The ones that come in first get read first. If you wait till the day that I'm live, it gets pushed to the back. But it works similar to the 2222s. You can come back to it when the video's done, and all the readings will be time-stamped. So if you want a pre-recorded reading, though, as of right now, I'm doing 24-hour same-day readings only. Okay? The information is in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into this. I'm starting this off with the person from the past. Past person is Aquarius, still on the same timeline with the person from the past. If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? How's it looking for Aquarius? Timeline with the past person. How's it looking? Has it changed? Pow. Ooh, the Chariot. Some of you dealt with a Cancer. Ooh, dang. Well, some of you dealt with an Aries in the past. There very well may be some sort of reconnection between the two of you. But it's not really telling me how. There's a big puzzle piece missing here. But I'm going to have to dig into this and see. I might have to fucking clarify this. But I'm feeling like there might be a very, very brief reconnection. Very brief. But it doesn't look like a purty one. It don't. I don't think you and this person can be around each other for an hour before it pops off into some ugly ass drama. And yeah, if you try to spend an hour around this person or talking to this person, popping off into an ugly mess of drama, and you're moving on from this. But maybe that could be beneficial to you. Because with the Six of Wands upright here, maybe for some of you, that's what is going to actually help you really, really see that this is not somebody you need in your life. Sometimes that has to happen that way, man. Sometimes. Let me clarify something, though, because it's not telling me how this is happening. Let me just get a couple clarification cards. It's not even telling me how it's happening. I don't know if this person's reaching out to you, if you're reaching out to them, or if y'all are bumping into each other in public. I don't know. It's not even telling me. Let me get a couple clarification cards here. Page of Wands reversed. Four of Pentacles. I guess it could be different. It could be different depending on, like, if it's somebody that lives near you, y'all could maybe bump into each other out in public somewhere, you know? For some of you, I guess they could just straight up come forward, but for a lot of you, they're not really wanting to come forward. This kind of feels like something like a little bit random and accidental. It's kind of hard to generalize that. Yeah. I'm going to have to see what this person's feelings and intentions are, because it might be a reconciliation attempt. How's the person from the past feel about Aquarius? Past person. How does this person feel about Aquarius? The Hierophant. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. They've been waiting on the right opportunity to reach out. That's what it is. See, but look. 5 of Wands again. 9 of Wands. 7 of Wands. It's like, it's not, I don't understand what the hell this person wants. It don't make no sense to me. Because it's like they're angry, they're guarded, they're pissed off. So what do they want then? If they feel that way about you, then why, what do you want then? I couldn't personally imagine wanting anything to do with somebody that I feel that way towards. If I feel this way about you, I ain't coming nowhere near you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to reach out to you. I ain't trying to talk to you. I don't want to see what you got going on in your life. You know? That doesn't make no sense to me. It makes no sense to me at all. It may not even make sense to them. Maybe you just take up a shitload of space in their head. I think that's what it is. I think you just own too much space in their head. And it bothers them. I don't even think they know what the fuck they want. Real talk. I don't think so. All right, well. Okay, some of you dealt with a Pisces. Also have Leo, Taurus, Aries. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's get the advice here, man. Advice for Aquarius with the past person. What's the advice? 9 of Pentacles. Man, you want to hold back and try to... you want to try to minimize as much of that dramatic bullshit as you possibly can. But this does need to be released, though. Yeah, this you need to be able to release this somehow, some way. Like I said, here's the tricky part about it, okay? Because yes, revisiting the past and being reminded why you don't need to be messing with this person, that could be beneficial, but at the same time, it can also create a karmic tie at the same time. You know, so you got to be really, really, really careful with your energy. What I would say is I wouldn't even like say, for example, okay, I think we've all been in that situation where there's that one person that just, they always push that one button. And it's almost like they do it on purpose. Like they know how to trigger you and they do it just to exercise their power over you. You know what I'm talking about. I think some of you may be dealing with somebody like that. You know, it's always the same argument. Or it's always an argument about the same thing. It just spirals into just a toxic shit show between us, you know? Well, when you start feeling them push that button, rather than feeding them what it is that they're wanting, cut it off. Poof, ghost. When you see that it's just the same old shit that it always has been, when it becomes very apparent that nothing is changing, rather than doing the same thing you did back then, just poof, release it, ghost. Just ghost. To do the best you can to minimize a potential karmic tie. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Teresa, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. But I am thinking for a whole lot of you, if you're able to successfully release this, this is the only thing blocking your actual person from coming in. So be careful with this, man. A conversation could be beneficial, but try to minimize as much of that dramatic bullshit as possible. I know sometimes you're dealing with people where you're backed into a corner and you don't really have much of a choice. But just go about it with a sense of energetic awareness. Pay attention to your frequency, pay attention to your energy. Okay. The ultimate end goal is to be able to release this. You don't want to create more karma. Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ, man. All right. Let's see the new person. The newest person in Aquarius's life. How's the timeline looking? Are we still on the same timeline? If timelines changed, did they change for the better or for the worse? Newest person in Aquarius's life. How's it looking? How's the timeline looking? World card reversed. Fool card. Knight of Cups reversed. Are you... Hang on. Does something... Are you concerned that this person might abandon you or ghost you? Something, I think you feel a little bit uncertain. There's something about this person's energy that you're a little bit uncertain about. Some days are better than others. There's some days where you really feel like the two of you could settle down and build a life together. There's other days where you don't know if they're just going to ghost you out of nowhere. And this could be causing some kind of battle going on in your head because you don't know whether or not you're just overthinking it or if you're actually picking up on something that's energetically off about this person. Yeah, okay. So a little bit of tension here, a little bit of tension. I am kind of feeling like this is a long-term contract, though. A long-term soul contract, okay? If you come to me for a personal reading, anybody in here had a personal reading from me? What's the first thing I look at? First thing. I don't care what your questions are. I don't care if you write me 3 pages of background with your situation. I don't care what happened in your situation. What's the first thing I look at? The soul contract. First thing. I don't care what your questions are. We get that out of the way first thing. Now, I don't do that on my general readings here. Sometimes if I see it, I'll mention it. But if that energy was to come through in one of my personal readings, I would tell you this is a long-term soul contract. That Empress, that's a long-term contract. It's not supposed to end anytime soon. That doesn't necessarily mean it won't, but it helps. When the contract is long-term, that's energy on your side that's pushing for this to be long-term. Let's see the new person's true feelings, energies, and intentions. Oh, Empress again. Oh, Lover's card. Empress. So, okay, and 7 of Pentacles. Uh-oh, Devil card. Okay. All right. Well, no, I really do think that this person is ready to settle down and build a life partnership. That's pretty damn solid. Now, I don't necessarily think that this person is an innocent little angel. They might have possibly maybe a little addiction issue. They got some demons attached to them, but we all fucking do, Now, the reason why I'm not really tripping about that Devil card there is because we got this right here, okay? This right here says, I'm ready to settle down with my fucking person. But I'm not just going to jump in willy-nilly head first, and make a stupid decision. I'm going to step back and I'm going to observe everything about this situation before I decide whether or not I'm really going to dig in and put forth the work, the energy, and the effort towards building a life partnership. Yeah, they probably got a couple of toxic traits, a couple of red flags. We all fucking do, dude. We all do. If you are a human walking around on two legs and you think you don't have a red flag, you think you don't have a toxic trait, you think you don't have some stupid bullshit emotional trigger that you need to work on, you're sorely mistaken. We all do. We all got a red flag. We all got a toxic trait. We all got some fucking unprocessed trauma. Anybody that tries to pretend that they don't, that's the problem. But I don't think that's really the biggest concern that we need to worry about right now. I'm not saying never worry about it, okay, because it's going to come up. Oh, these little shits right here will eventually start causing problems later on down the line. But in the beginning, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Looks pretty solid for the very most part. They do feel an abnormally strong connection with you, and they are starting to really consider that you may be their actual person. Looks pretty good, man, for the most part. They may feel like you're a little bit out of their league, and your energy and your aura may intimidate them a little bit. So, okay. Well, let's see how this plays out for the next 60 days. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Outcome for the next 60 days. Ooh, Temperance reverse. So things are still a little bit imbalanced for the next 60 days. A little bit imbalanced. Yeah, I'd say you all are having a bit of a rough transition. A little bit of a rough transition for the next 60 days. But I don't see it coming to an end. So if you're worried that you're going to get ghosted, I don't think so. But you all are kind of struggling to find stable footing in the beginning. Yeah, kind of struggling to find stable footing, struggling to balance each other out. But you're hanging in there. Yep. You're definitely hanging in there. Working on this. Okay, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's get the advice. What advice do we have for Aquarius and the new person? Monitor your frequency, dude. Monitor your vibration. Now, monitor your vibration. All that means is pay attention to your energy. No judgment. No judgment. Pay attention to your energy. When you feel your vibration dropping down low, just acknowledge it. We're all humans. It's going to happen to everybody. I know there's people that like to pretend that they float on a cloud and shit rainbows and they're in a high vibration all the time. They're full of shit. Ain't nobody in a high vibration 24/7. You can't in this dimension. We're working towards that one day, but we're all humans. We all dip in and out of low vibrational states. Acknowledge it. Damn, my vibe sucks right now, dude. My vibe is low right now. I'm going to pay very close attention to who I talk to, what I do, what kind of situations I put myself in, right? So monitor your energy, monitor your frequency. Now, another big thing with situations like this, see what we tend to do, and this is slippery because this isn't a bad thing, but you got to be careful with it. What we tend to do is we tend to take everything that we've learned in the past and use that to build a model for the bridge that's leading us down the path to our future. Now, this is where it's slippery because, yeah, you absolutely want to extract wisdom and lessons from the past. But what we don't want to do is try to logically, analytically figure everything out that's coming with the ego analytical thinking brain. Okay? Because this is not going to be like anything you've ever experienced before. When you're in a situation that's unlike anything you've ever experienced before, you have to be really, really, really careful when reaching back to extract wisdom from the things that you have experienced before and using that to carve out the energetic pathway moving forward. You have to be real careful with that. Because if it's unlike anything you've ever experienced before, you're not going to be able to plan what's coming. You're not going to be able to figure it all out. To a very large degree, a big portion of what's coming is going to be a trust-based situation. You're going to have to trust that things are unfolding the way they need to unfold. When you absolutely need to reach back and grab some wisdom, okay, but you're not going to be able to reach back and grab every single thing that you've experienced in the past and use that to analytically map your path moving forward. It's a balance process, man. It's tricky. It's difficult. But this is a long-term contract. If you all cooperate with this soul contract, you ain't going nowhere anytime soon, and they ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So the next couple of months are going to be pretty crazy astrologically anyway, with Mercury and Venus retrogrades and whatnot. So keep that in mind as well. It's a pain in the ass, I know it, but it happens all the time, and we just have to push through it when it happens, you know. Okay, all right. Let's see what's coming in next for the singles. What is due to come in next? What's coming in next for the singles? Whoa, that was quick. Woo, new love offer coming in. Could be a water sign headed your way for some of you. Ooh, you're about to be tested. Yup, okay. Ooh, yes, I love it. Okay, you're about to be tested. Okay. So the good news is you're tested when it's time to level up. Okay, and I like that because we just kind of talked about being tested in a way. So, but the thing you don't want to worry about is when you're tested, the universe isn't going to put you through anything that you haven't experienced before. Okay. So also too, when you're tested, it doesn't work like a soul contract. When you have a soul contract with somebody, it's hard to generalize this stuff, but the two of you are like drawn together magnetically. And your life starts unfolding in a way that would make it very, very difficult to avoid coming together with this person. The universe keeps bringing the two of you together for some reason, you know? And you just feel magnetically drawn to them. They feel magnetically drawn to you. When you're tested, it doesn't quite work that way. When you're tested, the universe opens a door and dangles a carrot. And it may be a tempting carrot. I'm not saying that it's not. But you won't feel that seemingly insurmountable urge to be drawn towards this person. Not really. I mean, I know that can be slippery because it can be tempting, but you see what I'm saying? If you wanted to, you could easily just back away from it and avoid it. Here's the example I always give, okay? Do you have a favorite store that you go to? Like a gas station near your house, or a gas station down the street from where you work, you know, and you go there multiple times a week, 2, 3, 4 times a week, if not every fucking day. And then all of a sudden some new hire gets hired in there and they be flirting with you. Hardcore flirting with you. But that's as far as it goes, right? You don't really necessarily feel magnetically drawn towards this person. Your life isn't arranging itself in such a way that that you all are being brought together, with divine timing. It's just an open door with a carrot dangling. That's just an example, man. There's so many different ways this could happen. And the question is, does it feel right? Does it feel right? Best case scenario, your spidey senses start tingling immediately. And you're like, whoa, something feels off about this person. I don't know what it is, but it don't feel right. I'm going to kind of stop going there. I'm going to go to the gas station down the street, and you avoid it. You bypass that situation altogether. You pass the test with flying colors and never even knew you were being tested. Worst case scenario, you get sucked back in and you repeat a past cycle. Worst case scenario. Most people who pass the test fall somewhere in the middle. The universe opens a door, there's an opportunity that presents itself to you, and you kind of acquiesce to seeing what this person's all about, even though it doesn't feel right, but you give it a chance. We exchange numbers, we talking, we might go out a couple times and hang out, and it just still feels so fucking weird, and then you're like, you know what, I don't know, I don't think we're a vibe. Sorry, I don't want to waste your time, don't want to waste mine, we're not a vibe, I'm sorry, You still pass the test. So your emotional independence is going to be tested. With the Devil card, Emperor reversed, 7 of Cups. You might be tested more than once, to be honest with you. That's not uncommon at all. Especially depending on how big of a jump the next soul contract is going to be. You might be tested more than once. You very well may be. Most people, I can't think of very many people who weren't tested more than once before their person came in. I know I was tested like fucking 20 times before my person came in. But most people are tested multiple times. I guess let's throw some advice on the table then. Let's throw some advice on the table. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Okay, here's a good one. I like this one. If you are wondering whether or not your person is this person or that person, it's neither of them. It's neither of them. If either of those people were your fucking person, you wouldn't give a shit about the other. Promise you that. Promise you that. Let's see. Yeah, don't go on the what if factor, okay? Too many. I do readings about this type of situation pretty frequently, where somebody will say, well, when we first met, it didn't quite feel right. Something felt off. But I was thinking, well, what if I would be passing up a good opportunity? What if this is my person, even though it doesn't feel right? Come on, man. The universe ain't that stupid. The universe ain't that stupid. If it don't feel right, I'm not necessarily saying run from it right off the rip. But if it doesn't feel right, we talking, we hanging out, every time we come together, we're dating, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels weirder and weirder and weirder. And I cannot shake this feeling in my gut that something is off. Listen to it. I'm not saying that when you meet your person, you will necessarily know that they are the one right away. I've heard some people say that, but I don't subscribe to that. I guess it's possible. But there are a few things that you will know. You will know that it feels right. You'll know that it feels right. You won't have to question whether or not this connection is going anywhere. You will know what that person's intentions are. That's the most important one. That's the most important one. You will know what their intentions are. And you will know for a fact, without a shred of doubt in your mind, that you can trust that person. Feelings, intentions, and trust will be completely transparent. That's what you want to look for. Okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget the information for personal readings is in the description. And don't forget, y'all, this Saturday is going to be my first day of my weekly live $25 readings on this channel. And yes, you can pre-order on my website. The ones that come in first get read first. And it's going to work almost exactly the same as the 2222s. You can just come back when the video's done posting and look in the comments for your reading. It'll be time-stamped if you want. So, yeah, that's coming Saturday. But for now, if you do want a pre-recorded personal reading, I'm currently doing same-day 24-hour readings only right now. Okay? So all that information is in the description along with my course, How to Attract Your Life Partner. That's up until the end of February. All right, y'all, I'm out of here now. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.